Hey everyone, GrathiusXR here, better known as Lift Your Game over at Twitch, and today what I thought I'd do is I'd bring you a quick video on what it's like to use the last word in Destiny 2.0. The patch landed on September the 8th around the world, and hand cannons overall probably took the biggest hit along with Yellowhorn, specifically last word Thorn and Hawkmoon. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring you some gameplay of what it's like now to use the last word, seeing as its range and stability have been reduced by 10, and accuracy in hipfire mode as well as precision damage in hipfire mode have been increased. Is the last word a viable hand cannon for PvP? Cut a long story short, yes and no. And I'm going to pretty much give you a couple of my opinions as to why I think that. So let's get into this match.
Gains the lead.
I thought the best way to experience what it's like to use the last word now was to play a simple match of Clash on one of the new Taken King maps that are in rotation now, because Rift is a very team orientated, objective based game mode, and if you don't have a fire team of 3 or more, unfortunately you're not going to enjoy Rift as much as you're going to enjoy Control or Clash on your own. So Clash was the best option for this. It's simple, go in, kill as many Guardians as possible, hit 10,000 points, that's it. Now, initial impressions on the last word is it is not a viable weapon anymore for mid to long range encounters, purely because the gun itself has received a nerf of having its range and base stability reduced by 10. So the gun seems to be much more orientated for close range encounters, especially in hipfire mode, as the precision damage aim assist and also the accuracy in hipfire mode has been increased. So those that used to use the last word for long range shots and long range kills, that's a thing of the past now, as that unfortunately isn't a viable option for maps that have open areas. Any maps that are more attuned to close range encounters, I think the last word is still a go-to hand cannon. Even though its damage fall off has been reduced, you can still do some decent damage in mid-range encounters. However, aiming down the iron sights with it, unfortunately, I don't think it's going to be a good option to use. So moving forward into Destiny 2.0, I think Hawkmoon's going to outperform last word. I think Thorn, whilst receiving its own nerf, is still a very viable weapon in PvP. I do have a video where I used Thorn and I actually did manage to get a decent KD ratio and a couple of kills with it, but we'll leave that for another video as we're talking about the last word now. A lot of people are going to be very annoyed at how much the gun has been nerfed. Pre-patch, I was probably hitting 25 to 30 kills with a 2 to 4 KD positive ratio. I think now, using the last word, I'm hitting about a 1.5 to 2.5 positive KD. I'm getting around 15 to 20 kills, 10 kills less than what I'm used to. However, I think that's because I'm not used to the gun in this new scenario and environment, so I think it's going to take some time for me to get used to, but I know a lot of people are going to be angry with it. I think the best thing to do is give the last word some time, figure out how to use it properly, because at the start of this match, as you saw, I was playing a lot more reserve. I wasn't running into any scenarios or firefights head on, because I know that coming up against an auto rifle, I'm still going to get destroyed unless I am 100% accurate with the last word. So I think for users that solely rely on it, give it some time, test the waters with it a bit. Don't walk into a match thinking it's still the king of PvP and it's still the best hand cannon in the game, because unfortunately now it isn't. I do strongly feel that Hawkmoon is the better hand cannon, especially in a lot of mid-range scenarios, as obviously the nerf to the last word has been quite drastic. So for those of you that do rely on it, test the waters again, practice with it, don't run into firefights, get used to the gun all over again, because it has changed. It does feel drastically different. I found myself getting owned by Pest Control Matrix sometimes, even the Mitre multi-tool, which a lot of people seem to be repping now, even Monte Carlo, which I myself have used, and I myself have beaten people with Thorn, Hawkmoon and the last word with my Monte Carlo. So definitely reserve your judgment until you've actually tried last word. Now that the patch has landed, reserve your judgment until you've played with the gun for a couple of hours. Don't just play one match, because that's not going to be a good representation of what the gun's like now. If you guys want, leave your comments down below. If you've used the last word now that the patch has hit, do let me know what you think about it. Let me know if you still think it is a viable PvP weapon. I think it is. However, I think the last word is only a viable PvP weapon in certain maps. I have played all of the Taken King maps in rotation, and I only felt that the gun was actually worthwhile in Vertigo and the Drifter. In every other map, especially in Memento, I didn't think it was the best gun to use because there are a lot more open spaces than there are enclosed, and I did find myself getting owned a lot more than I wanted to. So definitely leave a comment in the comment section below. Let me know what you think. I'll definitely do my best to try and reply to it. And yeah, I guess I'll see you guys next time when I do another video on what it's like to use the new weapons in Destiny 2.0. Until next time, make sure you hit that subscribe button and let me know what your thoughts are.
Heavy ammo inbound. Heavy ammo available. Victory imminent. Only 5 minutes left. Well done. I could have used your talents in the field.